Hello everyone, this is Noob plays Xin Zhao every day until Zaahen's release. So, I'm kind of stuck in Emerald on Wild Rift because I'm bad at the game, and from a lot of advice from Reddit, YouTube, everywhere, people tend to say like stick with one champion and just become a master with it. And yeah, I really like playing Gwen, but then it's really difficult to play her. She's more of a counter pick compared to a lot of things. So I decided, Xin Zhao seems like a good guy. I really like Zaahen's release in League of Legends. I didn't play League of Legends, but I think Zaahen feels really cool. So why not play some Xin Zhao until Zaahen's release on Wild Rift? So I started this camp. I placed a control ward in the red buff and the Raptors because I have got invaded there a few games back by a J4 by Jarvan. And here I'm trying my best to do the jungle clear as fast as I can. I don't know if I should have leveled up my first ability or my third ability first. If anyone's better than me, which is very easy, and knows the optimal clear, that would be very much appreciated. But yeah, very early on we see Heimerdinger and Yasuo getting like a trade on top lane, so I know that there's a bit of a fight over there, which is better. However, our bottom lane actually died really early, I think. So our bottom lane is actually a little bit behind compared to mid and top. So my focus would be on the winning lane, as the YouTuber Royal would suggest. Here I just broke this ward to check for the mid ward, and I see that there's no ward there. So I can gank Nora with Corki if the situation allows it. I saw Shyvana at the bot lane just now from the minimap, but I was able to contest this scuttle. Here, I just caught her off guard because she's not level 5. She doesn't ulti and she's weak. But I did mess up in that fight, I will say. I started the fight with Audacious Charge, which is a mistake, because if she flashed later, which she did, I could have chased up with Audacious Charge. So I should have began the entire fight with Wind Becomes Lightning, second ability, before going for the Audacious Charge after she flashes. Still, we got the kill, but we trade flashes. And then I just finished my jungle clear. I have my ultimate. Our bot lane's wave is being pushed in by Seraphine, maybe. I probably should have checked, but I know that there's no prio there. Since there's a Smolder versus a Jinx. Jinx has Lethal Temple, so rune-wise, I believe Jinx wins. And here I see Heimerdinger is getting low on mana, and he's got a great stun. And I'm not sure if there was an angle there, so I just decided to get a scuttle first. And here, Yasuo is definitely overextending, and here I just went up there and just tried to help, but Dingadar didn't need me. But I do see that Heimerdinger is very low mana right now, and Shyvana is hovering. I don't want Heimerdinger to be killed here easily, but he needs to push the wave, so I just helped him with that. I didn't steal any minions, and I just based. The reason why I'm basing here is because I feel like if I walk back to my jungle, it's gonna take the same amount of time, so why not just grab a dagger while I'm at it, help the jungle clear just a little. I really do appreciate the Heimerdinger putting the control ward at the top river. That is actually what allowed me to gank Yasuo so easily, because I know that he doesn't have a ward there. And now I'm just going with my jungle clear because gold per minute is the most important thing as well, as said by Royal, and I'm following that advice. And once again, Yasuo is very pushed up into the lane, so I was looking in my minimap where I got so excited that I nearly fucked up my clear here. So I decided to path up again, since Yasuo is using his dashes a lot, and once again, there's no ward. And Dingadog did a great bait here under the tower, and I can just go for the Wind Becomes Lightning. I know he's tagged, so I wait for my third Q before I Audacious Charge in, get the guarantee knock-up, so that he can't get away. Here I just check whether Shyvana's Krugs are up, and it's not, so I just decided to base and get Trinity Force before I continue going down to do my jungle clear. A big fight broke out in bot lane there, and it seems we traded mid laners, and Smolder is kind of worse for wear, and as we can see, Jinx is on a bit of a killing spree. So that lane is kind of dead, and there's not much I can do. If I go in and try to help, there's a chance I'm just gifting away my head as well. Unless the opponent makes a huge mistake. I didn't have to smite there. I probably should have saved the smite for the Krug, because Krugs take longer than the red buff. And here I'm just gonna clear my jungle before I go for any sort of help on the bot lane. And it seems they didn't see me in the minimap, judging from the way they're moving. So I just went in, got a kill, and then Mel picked up the second, which is great, giving some sort of balance to the lanes. But yeah, here Smolder is able to probably freely get the wave, get his stacks, and then I decided, okay, I'll hover around mid lane, and just in time, Shyvana kind of popped in and just tried to said hello to Corki. And once again here, I kind of fucked up. I should have ulted way earlier. Now I just bounced them into tower. Like, that was just a free kill that I missed. And then my target selection was off, and I just pushed them back. Not all is lost though, because Shyvana's jungle is not completely clear. The Krugs are still up, so I just immediately steal it. And then I probably should have already left here, but I got greedy for the money. And then once again, Yasuo was overextended. He has nowhere to go, so I began with Wing Becomes Lightning. I didn't use my Audacious Charge just in case he flashes, and he didn't even flash, so I didn't use my Audacious Charge at all. So my health is kind of low here, but the objective is spawning. But we do have our laner with us, and yeah, Shyvana is definitely looking for me. I decided, okay, I need to get some health back, and hopefully Xin Zhao's passive is going to help. And I did hope that Heimerdinger is going to stay and help me. And I see Shyvana pathing bottom. She doesn't want to fight me because she's very behind. I stole quite a bit of her jungle. And so I'm probably getting this for free. Nora is low enough that I don't have to worry. If she kind of jumps in, I'll just dash into her with Audacious Charge and just execute her with my ultimate. But yeah, getting the better objective of the two, you know, it's first turret, it's a lot of utility compared to like 8 ability haste. So here, Corki is very late into the lane because he died just now, so I'm just gonna push up the wave to get the first tower. I don't want to risk it because our bot lane could fall anytime, honestly. I didn't have to like bodyguard the Herald, I don't think. And Corki was able to help get the first turret, which is amazing. So I just went back to clearing my jungle. I have a lot of money in the bank right now, and I probably should look for a base, but I decided that it's better to just clear the jungle, because why not? If I run into a fight, it's actually kind of a bad decision, I think. But I think the lanes are pushed up enough that I won't be severely punished for it at this point. Bot lane is really struggling. Smolder needs to stack, and I guess it's really rough when Mel is like a damage with not a lot of CC, while Seraphine has more sustain overall compared to the others. Don't mind Mel like just kind of leeching here a bit and got the red buff. And then I decided, okay, let's see if Scuttle is up. And Scuttle was not up, but that there is no ward here. And it seems Seraphine is alone under the tower. I checked for their jungle, nothing special. Hit the Wind Becomes Lightning, just go in with my Qs. Mel ulted at the same time and got me the kill. And Nora is doing so much damage, and then Jinx kind of attacked me, but she is not. She's 2 levels behind me, and I have a full item. So yeah, I think this fight would have been a lot easier. I would have done way better if I had an item. So yeah, I immediately based after and went to buy some items. The enemies are not tanky because Shyvana is not ahead, so I didn't go for like a Blade of the Rune King or a Death Dance because there's no burst. They're kind of like just a bunch of damage and then slowly chipping away at you like Jinx or Yasuo. So I went for Stairs Gauge to get that lifeline. And here, once again, I pinged on my way to Dinger Donger, who's been very good at baiting, and he once again does it. And Yasuo uses his dash, his flash, and then I just use my Audacious Charge to finish him off. And then I once again check the Krugs and see that it's up, so I immediately go for it. The last thing we want is for Shyvana to scale and become a big threat, because she can just run my team down. And here, I'm not sure why Heimerdinger backed, maybe because they have an item and his mana's low. But either way, I feel like we could have taken that tower, so I went for it. I see that Shyvana's coming up, but I also see Corki coming up, so I should be safe to take this turret no matter what. And then here I wanted to fall back, because I wanted to buy items or just clear my jungle. But Corki was a little overextended, and I see that it's kind of a 3v3, and Shyvana's very behind, so I thought it was a good fight. I could have Audacious Charged earlier, and ulted earlier, but I kind of fucked up, and I pay the price here, and gave Shyvana like a massive shutdown, which is a big problem. But then Corki kind of smurf it and get a quadra kill. So the bad thing is we had a Corki mid, and very much appreciating our top laner for picking an AP lane just to balance out the team's damage. But then because our Smolder is behind, we needed an ADC, and luckily the quadra kill went to Corki. and he's ahead now. And I helped Heimerdinger get pretty much ahead against a 1-9 Yasuo who's getting into his power spike. And here I'm kind of, I'm struggling. I don't know what to buy. But I decided, you know what, I'll just continue buying Sundered Sky because more burst against this team of Squishy would be very good. I need to end the fight soon. Sooner rather than later because the enemy's consistent damage is going to be way too high for me, even though Xin Zhao has like a very good burst anyway. Once again, Mel wanted the buff, which is fine, I guess. And then here, I could have ganked top, but I went for the scuttle. Not sure if that's a mistake, but they definitely got the kill. The reason why I needed it back immediately is because the tempo, if I clear this top, I can immediately go for dragon. And because the enemy already has one dragon, I don't want them to get soul. So I have to contest this dragon. And then I can get the full item of the Sundered Sky, so my burst is very good. My overall damage should be very high as Xin Zhao. And our teammates are fighting at mid and kind of losing, which is not good. Mel is still alive, and Corki is giving like his best shot. But Dinger Donger was alive enough to help me here, and we take down the jungler. So I can just go solo the dragon. And Yasuo was really far behind. I didn't really give him much thought. I didn't even think about him, honestly. They didn't have to fight here, but they decided to. Either way, I can secure this dragon pretty easily. The only one that can contest is Jinx, which I probably should be looking for. But now we know that he's at mid. But I should have checked earlier, because she could just be around the corner and ulted and stole the dragon. And then Mel was pinging Baron, which I do not think is the right call, because Shyvana is respawning is going to be an equal 5v5. I don't see an opportunity. I don't want to flip a Baron when we don't have to, because we're so far ahead, right? The only one that's really behind is Smolder, and he is a very late game champion, so he has to all he has to do is just continue stacking. But he died again, which is kind of odd. But anyway, I don't think they can do Baron, so I decided to once again hinder Shyvana's growth, and since no one is going down to catch that wave, I should, or else it's just going to the tower. It's going to be wasted. Might as well get myself even more ahead, get more defensive items so that I can last longer in a fight and be the front line that this team needs. And then they are kind of A-ramming again, so I can't do much here. Even if I rush there, I wouldn't be fast enough. Instead, I got some items, make sure I'm ready for the fight. Yasuo got a shutdown from his power spike, and they were just kind of fighting under tower here, and I just picked up 2 kills. Here is a moment where I was looking for a flash engage, because I feel like I killed them all, but then I wasn't confident, and in the end, because of this indecision, I took so much damage. I wasted an ult, and I probably should have used my Wind Becomes Lightning second ability to just clear the wave here, but I didn't, because I was still looking for that flash engage, and in the end I was just too low, and I realized I should just farm and get my health back. And yeah, I couldn't start Baron because we have 3 dead and Smolder's the only one left, and Smolder's already very low, so yeah, once again, just gonna clear my jungle, make sure I have good gold per minute, and once again, another wave that no one's here to catch. Everyone's moving towards bot, so I guess it's my wave now. Don't want to give it to the tower. Got a lot of money, got Amaranth's Twin Guard ready, and I had to double check, make sure that they're not like doing a sneaky Baron, and once I realized they're not, I'm going back to buy Twin Guard, pinging it to my team like, hey, I gotta fall back. Mel is farming bot, and then we have 3 of our carries at mid. And then I bought Stone Plate because I just needed to last longer, because I'm the only front line. If I can last long enough, then my ADCs, everyone else, the turrets from Dinger Donger, the Corki damage per second should be enough to take everyone down. And if people are focused on me, that's great. I can use my ultimate to survive against most of their range champs. And people are starting to get my jungle camps, which, you know, I'm always salty about, but I mean, I'm really far ahead already. And here I'm looking into my shop when a fight is happening. Luckily, I'm far enough ahead to not be too big of a problem. I have to ult here because I don't know the situation. Seraphine ulted, and I use my Wind Becomes Lightning and flash over to engage, and my target selection was horrible. But luckily, Corki smurfed it once again and got quite a few kills. Wind Becomes Lightning hit, but my Audacious Charge is on cooldown, and I don't feel like diving into the tower with half HP. And so I decided, okay, let's do a Baron call here. Their jungler is dead. Their Fed Nora-ish is dead. It's only Jinx that we have to worry about. Teammates were smart enough to follow the call. Smolder is basing when he should probably be like doing something. There you go, he's actually attacking mid and taking some attention off of us. That's honestly the right play, because he's just a distraction right now. He's not fed, he's not he's not going to be helpful even at the Baron Nashor. So him kind of like being a bait here, and 2 of the enemy team's teammate actually fell for it, which is good. And here I look for a flank angle once again. We're kind of ignoring the Shyvana because he doesn't do too much damage, which is a mistake because he is actually doing a lot of damage to me. But I thought she's not as fed. And once again, I'm forced to fall back. Luckily, Emira's Twin Guard saved me. But my health is way too low. The only way I can re-engage is if I get my health back. So I went for a kill, and then I'm gonna smite this. Smite the Grom to get my HP back. But then the fight is over, so it's pretty chill. Now, once again, I just look for the scuttle for more gold, and then I can go for my blue buff or go for the top wave. And I decided to go for the blue buff first. So there's no soul, so I'm not like in a rush to get that dragon. If the enemy gets it, congratulations. They get the bounty as well, which is not the best. But if we're able to pressure the waves and get towers, I think that's worth more. So I killed the Crux here. I didn't finish it because there's no time. I shouldn't. There's a chance they're doing Baron. So right now this is a perfect chance to split push top, because either they're doing Dragon or they're here to stop me, which I thought they're going for the Dragon because I saw Shyvana there. And then yeah, we continue pushing here because I saw Shyvana bot, right? I thought they were doing a Dragon, so which is good. Then I can just get this inhib. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ult here so that Jinx can like burst me down. But then apparently there's a welcoming party here. Everyone went here instead. And I don't have my ulti to protect me, and the only thing I had was Stone Plate, and once again I got shut down completely. The good thing is our Corki saw that and he immediately went for the dragon. So we actually got the dragon, so the enemy team won't be able to get their bounty. Shyvana's already at max stacks, so she's actually doing quite a bit of damage now. Her ulti with that item is pretty strong. And here you can see I'm struggling. I don't know what to buy. I didn't think like anti-heal is too needed. A Mortal Reminder would be a good item against Shyvana, but she's not building super tanky. And she bought Wit's End, which I don't care. So I decided, okay, I'll buy some more sustain, because I feel like I should pop my ult late. I can't pop my ult too early, or else I won't be able to dodge all the bursts from the enemy team. If I'm able to delay my ulti and knock enemies into my team or knock people back from range, it would be good, and then I can get my HP back with Radiant Virtue. I'm not sure if that's the best buy, honestly, looking back. But I'm full item, so I realized I don't actually have to farm my camp. I just need to contest. And here we saw Jinx was overextended. And yeah, I just continued chasing, and there she was. Once again, I started with Audacious Charge, which is a mistake. Luckily, she didn't react in time. She could have flashed earlier, maybe her flash was on cooldown. But Shyvana doesn't have her ult here, so not much. So I just Audacious Charge, Nora. I was trying to knock Shyvana back and keep Nora there, but I think I fucked up because I hit Shyvana once before I ulted, so I instead knocked Nora back. Got the red buff, and here I just circle around to fight the Yasuo because he's the overextended one. I don't want to fight in the blind bush and the enemy team. So once again, Wind Becomes Lightning hits, and then 10 seconds into the Baron Nashor spawn. Might as well get the Scuttle for vision. I also was looking to change my boots from Glutinous Grief to some sort of tank boots. But yeah, our teammates are just kind of pushing the waves when the enemies are like respawning. The enemy has decent wave clear, I think. Nora has okay wave clear. Seraphine has great wave clear. Jinx is alright with her rocket. So I don't see a point in like pushing it too forward. But our team insisted, except for the Mel. The Mel is actually following my call that, okay, yeah, let's do Baron. We can guarantee 3 towers of Baron. And yeah, we got Baron, and then here I'm going to save Dinger Donger, try to save Dinger Donger, but I think he died before I could arrive. So instead we regroup and just look for... I really want to get Elder, but then we have 2 players down. So right now this is very dangerous. I need to somehow pull Elder Dragon from the enemy. And yeah, at first I get the red buff because red buff is strong. And then yeah, Corki and just in my camp, I don't really need to worry. And here my Wind Becomes Lightning hit the Elder the moment they engage with Elder, which is great. I was waiting to go in. I don't want to just go in. If I go in now, I just die. And Corki is doing a great job poking, and I engage around halfway, and Yasuo ulted me, but then I can ult after with Radiant Virtue. and just get the Elder Dragon, and I think that's just it. The Shyvana was far away apparently, so there was no smite. Shyvana didn't even have her ulti ready, so yeah, I don't think there's anything that Shyvana could have done there. So we just run down the Nexus, and yeah, Seraphine can't do much. It's bearing up minions. She attempts a charm, but yeah, that was the end of the game. Definitely made a few mistakes, but I got MVP, which is all right. I think it's huge props to our top laner, who was actually the one that got me ahead. His positioning and the way he baited Yasuo multiple times, even like letting Yasuo like ult him. Maybe he didn't, maybe he just got ulted. But because of that, I was able to get ahead and kind of push forward. Mel was also following my call, which is amazing. Smolder was there. He couldn't do much. He hasn't scaled yet, and it's really difficult for him to lane against a Seraphine. And our mid laner got a couple of kills picking off my back. I'm not sure what he's building though. More of Mordius. Maybe he's just very worried about the enemy magic damage. But yeah, Dual Brilliance. On alright game. I think it was more of the enemy was kind of bad in this game, and not because I'm playing too good. There it was Shyvana was not doing like a great clear. Maybe she kind of just ran into me level 4 and got really behind. Yasuo was not utilizing his dash well, especially against Heimerdinger, where he can just kind of dash around his turrets as well. Our bot lane kind of, well, it's against Mel, and Mel was able to pick a few up, and Jinx couldn't utilize her lead early, and she's building on hit, which I'm not sure if that's like a correct build for Jinx. It doesn't look good. But overall, just a standard game of Xin Zhao. Itemization can be a lot better, kind of. But 13 kills, 12 assists, 2 deaths. One of them was a surprise death. One of them was just, I should have fallen back. I shouldn't have engaged with Corki. But overall, nothing too bad. Corki got ahead from one of the deaths, and one of the deaths, we got the dragon deny the bounty. But yeah, that is day 1 of the noob of Emerald trying to one-trick Xin Zhao in order to get better at the game. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.